One of my all-time favorite artists is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is one of my favorite artists for multiple reasons. One of which is his metaphors and his lyricism.
He's very versatile.
If you listen to his interviews, what's going on? It's your boy Audacious, CEO, Fearless Life Entertainment, Fearless Life Radio. It is the Fearless Show with the Fearless Life interview. I got a special guest with me. Long time coming. We've been trying to make this happen for a minute. It's Lil P1t. What's going on, man?
What up, what up? Definitely been trying to have something happen.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you been?
I've been good.
I think the last time we connected was at the music festival.
Yes, the infamous outdoor music festival down in Kent, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
So we actually did an interview that day, but due to it being so lit, the audio wasn't the best. So I want to get straight into it, man. Pick up right where we left off. How did all this start?
Well, honestly, I was just sitting there writing something to my brother, and it turned into like a poem, and then I don't know, people just started liking the words that I wrote to my brother and wanted me to send it out to some of their family members and stuff, and I was like, okay. And this had happened in my youth when I was about 16, and DYS, which is a Department of Youth Services for Ohio.
Okay.
I got in some trouble back in the day, and found the love for music. Really, became very interested in it when I got out of jail, and people started giving me instrumentals to go ahead and work with and stuff. And because when we was in jail, we didn't have no instruments, we didn't have nothing.
Right.
So that's where I crafted a lot of my writing. But getting out and then getting involved with the putting an instrument on it, I fell in love instantly. I was like, okay.
Okay. So did this ever really cross your mind before that time?
No, I was just in a place, and I wanted to ventilate. And if you hear throughout my music, you'll hear that's where I'm always at. I'm always in a place of ventilation. So I never wanted to be a rapper or anything.
Okay. So how would you really define your music? Because if you say you're not a rapper.
Well, I'm an artist. So first off, so far as there's a difference between being a hip hop artist and being a rapper. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I put a lot of my heart into it, not expecting anything back from it. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting any type of attention or anything from it. I just put whatever I'm feeling at the time onto a piece of paper.
Right. And that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's why I say I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist. Whether you pay me or you don't pay me, whether somebody's watching me or not, I'm still doing this.
I can respect that. So, with everything, with your lyrics and all that coming from the heart and stuff like that, do you have a particular style?
Well, I don't know. I've heard a lot of people tell me that I sound like Eminem, but I've heard a lot of people tell me I sound like multiple artists. Growing up, grew up listening to Eminem. I grew up listening to Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and even Coolio and LL Cool J. All right, so now it's I wouldn't say I have a style. I'm particular about what I write about. I'm not sitting there trying to write about stuff that I'm not involved in. You get it?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
if somebody had to put a style on me, it'd be like hardcore hip hop.
Okay.
I'm very crafty and there with the wordplay and structure of the whole project.
Okay. Yeah. So this makes sense to me. I just kind of wanted you to go more in depth about it for everybody else who may not understand the industry like I do, like we do.
Understand?
So one of the questions I asked you at the festival was, it's been 6 months so far this year. You have July already started, so just under 6 months to go. What are you trying to accomplish in that short but long amount of time?
So in January, I haven't performed before this year. I might have done a couple shows here in town at a local bar, but I never took it serious. In January, I felt like after being able to write and everything and doing this for 20 years, I'm like, if I don't do something with this, I might as well not do it. So I said, I'm going to do something with my music this year. In February, I started doing shows again in my town, and then somebody told me to go out to Cleveland. I get a lot of respect and love out there. So I reached out to Dre Day, and because I seen his name on one of my friends' list, so I reached out to him, not knowing what I was getting into or anything, and ended up having a blast. And a lot of love goes on in the Cleveland hip hop scene. So that gave me foundation right there that, okay, I got something going here. I could do this. My first show in Cleveland. It took all the nervousness away and everything that I had from performing and stuff. And so now since February, I've done my 28th show. I'm about to perform this Thursday for my 29th, and then Sunday for my 30th show. All right, I've done 30 shows since February, or that'll be 30 shows since February by the end of the week. I've been on the grind just trying to get out there. I don't have any marketing team. I don't have people in my city pushing my music. I don't have that stuff. So I'm trying to do it as much as I can and just put my face in front of anybody I can, multiple times a week if I can.
Absolutely.
But I guess this year I'm just establishing. People are getting to see who I am this year.
Okay. So you just want to keep establishing yourself.
Yes, I'm not out looking to be the best rapper or anything, or win all these awards or nothing, or get all this attention. But I am out there to put my foot in the door and say, hey, I'm here.
So, are you from Cleveland?
I am actually from Ashtabula, Ohio. I drive an hour to Cleveland to perform, yes.
So, I asked you that to kind of set up my next question. These 30 shows, are they local?
No, they're all in Cleveland. I might have done, so like 22 of them pretty much have been in Cleveland. From the east side to the west side.
Okay. That was kind of my question. More so like Northeast Ohio. I was getting at, have you traveled yet?
Not yet. I've been out to...
Besides Kent. Like Kent and stuff.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. I'm supposed to be going back out there for the first annual, I think it's Beats and Bars. with DJ Jack the Ripper in August. I'm going back out to Canton, but no,
Okay.
and it takes money to travel, so I'm definitely trying to
Absolutely.
work that. Definitely not against traveling.
Absolutely. So, are you, because I don't know you the best, and I want the world to get to know you. So, who is Lil Pit? Is Lil Pit just an artist, just a lyricist, or is there more to that story?
Well, before I even got into music, I got my name, Lil Pit.
How'd you get that?
Being small and aggressive.
Okay.
It was a no-brainer when it came to what am I going to call myself.
Right.
I'm a family man. I'm a person who stands for loyalty,
Understood.
and I'm a person who defends that loyalty. I don't just turn the other cheek. If something ain't right, man, I straight let somebody know about it. I'm not in it for a popular contest or anything, you know what I mean? But yeah, first and foremost, before anything, I'm a family. I'm a father. I'm a family member. I go out and do these shows for my family. I would have to say Lil Pit's just definitely somebody to keep an eye on.
Okay. So you said keep an eye out. Does that mean you're gonna get into like trying to figure out how to word this best? You trying to kind of expand your brand and become like have your own merch, your own clothing line, you know, be more than just an artist.
Yes, sir.
Entrepreneurship.
I'm actually working around. I've been talking to a couple people about getting some shirts done. I already know I got a couple people, a lot of orders in ready to go. So I just got to find somebody that's willing to do the stuff that I want. And then once all that's done, I will definitely have some merch. Working on a website too, building a website. Like I said, I'm a one-man army. I've stacked 30 shows since February. I've been just on the roll, grinding.
Right.
So the work ethic is definitely there. I'm a little behind on things, but I got a lot more songs in store. I've only put out these two, and I'm satisfied right now with just rocking with these two until I see what goes on. But I got a lot more in store. So when the time does come, I'm gonna be dropping a lot.
Okay. And I asked that question because one thing a lot of fans don't understand nowadays is back in the day, artists made most of their money off of CDs, selling actual physical copies. Now that CDs are irrelevant, I'm trying to open artists' mind up to the alternative avenues of making money, like you're having your own merch, etc.
Yes. Yeah, it's a whole new world out there now.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I still get phone calls here and there from my sister in Columbus or, family I got in Cleveland, where an artist bumps into them with a physical CD. And because, I have my company and all that, they'll pay that $5. just to give me that CD.
Yep.
So
now you can
it's still an active hustle, and there's artists still doing it. But you just got to keep in mind a lot of cars nowadays don't have CD players.
Right.
So the CDs are also turning into like MP3 files on flash drives.
I see people turning them into QR codes. Yep. And then anybody with a phone can just scan it and start playing it.
Absolutely.
But you can still go on to like Apple Music and stuff and download it and pay for the song and stuff like that. But you're right. A lot of it nowadays are coming from. I see people, even if their music isn't where they want it to be, they're still selling their merch. You know what I mean? They might not have the production right on their song like the way they professionally want it, but they got a name on the shirt and they're out there selling it.
Absolutely. So you just gotta make sure you find their multiple streams of income.
Yes, sir.
Because times change. Times definitely be changing.
I'm the last one to know anything about making money. Game. Being brand new.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. So, you're not the only artist that necessarily has lack of knowledge of the industry and the game. But I also assume that you've taken it upon yourself to gain some of that knowledge.
Yes.
So how?
One thing I'm always doing
to start gaining that knowledge, that important knowledge in the game.
You said how?
Yeah, like how? What are some of the things or resources that you did?
Okay, so honestly, a closed mouth don't get fed. I see somebody went out from my city and talked to DJ Squirt. All right, so I'm pretty confident in my music, so I hit her up and I send her my music. We've already had phone conversations and stuff. So if I have any type of question, I go right to her. I ask her a question because she's an old head in the game. She knows what she's doing. But yeah, if you're just sitting around waiting for somebody to help you, it's not going to work. Yeah, like I said, I don't have no team. I went out there and I bugged somebody. I bugged Dre Day. I said, hey, put me on a show. He was trying to put me on a show in March, and I didn't end up getting out there until April. But and I've already worked with 7 different promoters. Even the people, and it doesn't matter about age or anything. The people are younger than me are in on the shows and stuff. They're coming up, giving me their love, their knowledge. I'm absorbing it and listening. And that's the best thing you can do is just go around, absorb from not just one person, but multiple people. So you can fit your own. I was in competition, and shout out to K Money. All right. I went out to a competition, and before I went on stage, I asked her, I said, what's one thing you think I could do to just get this crowd? Because I didn't have nothing. Nobody comes to shows with me, nothing. All right. It's just brand new crowd. They don't know who I am. So I asked her, what's one thing you think I could do to just get their attention? And she told me, just do it. Whatever you think that you can do to get their attention, do it. Don't second guess it. So I went out there and I did something. I had people recite my chorus before I performed, and it worked. I won a competition. But if I wouldn't have stopped and asked her, I probably would have been stuck.
Absolutely.
Another thing I like to do is get on these music reviews, whether it's on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. I like to get on these music reviews that are live and send my music in and listen to what they got to say. Another big person I go to is Top of the World Studios, Josh Monis. He's out in Parma Heights. I go to him anytime because he's worked with big name artists like Bone Thugs and Harmony and stuff. So I go to him if I need some type of information or guidance somewhere. Yeah, that's all I can say is just ask. Closed mouth is not going to get fed, and don't be afraid to make new friends.
So clearly you want the knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Because I've also seen some cases where, people will walk up to somebody, they'll have an open mouth, somebody will be giving you game openly, and you just don't realize it or don't take it in.
No, and you also got to watch who you're putting your ears around because just that saying goes together, a bird's feathers flock together. So I'm surrounding myself around people that are actually experienced in this. I'm trying to make sure the right people I pick off of have the right interest for them too. You don't want to follow the wrong information.
Absolutely. So, not wanting to follow the wrong information, I've assumed you've done that. Everybody has.
Oh yeah.
What are some of the steps you've taken when you receive information to know that that's good information?
One thing is right off rip, I don't instantly agree to anything. I don't instantly make a decision right then and there. If I have to, I will run back to my circle and I will ask some certain people about certain situations just so I can get a better feeling about it.
Okay.
But especially in the heat of the moment, whatever's going on, you never want to make a decision right then and there. You want to go ahead, always check it out, do your resources. That a lot of times people mess themselves up because they just don't read. You just got to go out there and so yeah, definitely, I double check everybody.
Okay. And there's definitely nothing wrong with double checking your resources. So, what's next?
Well, let's see.
We've talked a lot about the game. What's next for you?
More shows. I'd like to actually get working on doing a music video, whether it be a lyric video or a music video, just to kind of put that out there. But I got a show the 26th. I got a show the 11th. Thursday the 11th. I got a show the 14th. I got a show, the 26th. I got a show in August. So I'm staying busy, and more shows are coming.
I see that.
Now I'm getting to the point where people are actually starting to sing my hook to certain songs. So that's pretty impressive to see. I'm actually gaining a fan base. The only thing I can do is just keep growing that. Can't stop now. Like I said, the foot was on the gas in February, and it hasn't came off yet.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to backtrack to the beginning real quick. So you said it had all kind of started for you in jail, and then you took it serious when you got out. How long did it take you from when you got out to actually get in the studio?
It took a while. It probably took a year for me to get into an actual studio. And the crazy thing is, it was top of the world.
I shouldn't necessarily say studio, because when you said actual studio, it kind of made me rethink myself.
Yeah.
Let me just say record.
First time I recorded, was like a year after I got out. I've been writing and stuff, and I've recorded freestyles, but not no song. The first time I actually recorded something, I had was here in Ashtabula at a local little studio that is top of the world studios now in Parma Heights. It was just at his mom's house, and it was inside of he had the microphone inside of the closet, and then he had a piano, and he had a keyboard or a computer. That was it. That was the studio. And now he's got a whole bunch of stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, the first time I ever did something on a microphone was a year after I got out and started writing to beats. And I was writing every day. I was
going to say, so what were you doing over that year?
Writing. Just writing, and of course, getting out of jail, I was trying to establish myself with a job and this, that, and the other.
Right.
But I was writing every day. I wasn't good at writing songs. I couldn't write a hook at all. So I was good at writing, freestyle writing, and just regular freestyling on a mic. But as far as trying to establish a song in the beginning, it sucked. I couldn't write a hook to save my life.
Right. And with you saying that, I like how this transition, because now we can go back to where we was. You said you wrote every day.
Yes.
So one major key with me is consistency and experience. Because you were saying you couldn't write a hook to save your life when you got out, let alone when you were inside. You didn't know how to put a song together.
Yep.
You just wrote.
Yep. I knew how to do poetry. That's it.
And I mean, if you go back and like you listen to certain artists who should be listed in those top 5, top 10 charts, one of my all-time favorite artists is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is one of my favorite artists for multiple reasons. One of which is his metaphors and his lyricism.
He's very versatile.
If you listen to his interviews, he was a very educated person.
Yes.
Like, he wasn't getting F's in school. His best class was English. And he loved poetry.
Yeah, there's just something about working with words that I love. It's always a challenge, and I've been writing for 20 years. So, I mean, a lot of people writing that long, they die off. They get bored of it. I'm always trying to find something that challenges me, a new beat or a new way to throw syllables in. So, if you got to have the fun into it, you got to keep the challenge and keep the fun with it. Otherwise, it does get boring if it becomes a job. I think I've written this long and actually been able to do this for so long because I never looked at it as, okay, I hope I make a song that makes me famous. You know what I mean? I hope I impress somebody with this. I've just did what I wanted and it felt good.
All right. So you clearly won't stop performing.
No,
Aside from performing, bringing new content. You said you're thinking about clothes.
yeah. Here in the next month, I'll be getting into the studio and I'll be dropping another song. That could be anywhere from a week to a month. I'm giving it a month.
A month till it's done, or a month till you're in the studio?
A month until, yeah, I go into the studio and drop it.
Okay.
Yeah, my shout out to Josh. He's having heart surgery here soon, so we're gonna see where that goes.
Yes, we'll keep you in the prayers.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, you stay busy, you stay working. I think that's the key. Is to stay focused, stay blessed, and just stay grinding.
Yeah, if you stay busy, you stay out of people's way too.
Absolutely. Staying out the way is important too.
I said this morning. I said I had a lot of shit I was going through before I got back into doing this music stuff, and I'm still going through a lot of shit, but I can't tell now that I'm doing this music stuff because I've been at it every day, just going forward.
All right, that's good. So, one thing that's common nowadays is there's a lot of young kids and young teenagers trying to do the independent entrepreneur and the independent artist. What kind of advice or what would you say to them?
If you're gonna be doing something like that, whether you're in the light or out of the light, whether it's you've got to make sure you're carrying yourself accordingly. All right. You don't want to be an owner of a business and do something that jeopardizes your ownership. You know what I mean? So, if you're out there, whether it's on the stage or at your job, just be consistent with being who you are. It's the only way you're going to get anywhere. And I have not, me being brand new, coming up into the scene, I have not tried to be somebody I'm not. I'm not trying to be somebody to fit in. And I have noticed just from being myself and doing a lot of shows, I've gained a lot of respect from people, a lot of people I don't even know. And I'm humble with that. So definitely always stay humble too. You got to sell yourself. And that's why I say, whether you're in the booth or on the stage, whether you're doing your performance or whether you're just living life, you have got to make sure you're doing whatever it is you're doing it right. Because there is no separation when you're in this business. There is no separation in between that. People are going to associate. They're going to associate Joey with Lil P1t. They're going to associate Lil P1t with Joey. So either way, I have to make sure I'm conducting myself accordingly, whether I'm Joey or Lil P1t. But yeah, sell yourself. That's what you got to do if you're an independent artist. Nobody's going to push your stuff. You got to push it. You got to make your stuff look creative and pop and sell yourself. A lot of people don't even care if you got good music as long as you got good personality.
Yep. And I like how you said that, because I was going to ask you to elaborate on sell yourself, because in an industry like this, all money ain't good money.
Right.
Just because you're offered a contract doesn't mean you should sign it. Just because you get your first $500,000 check.
Yeah, you want to sell. You want to have pride in. I mean, always take pride in anything that you do sell. All right. If you don't have pride in it, don't sell it. Don't put it out there. And don't be a sellout. That's another thing. You're not gonna have any pride being a sellout. So, the deal might look good at the time, but like I said, that goes back to what I said. Don't ever make a decision right on the spot. Check it out. Think about it. Be smart about this stuff, because there is a lot of people that'll just take the rug right out of your feet, and they're not gonna think twice about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One key thing is, because we're about to get cut off, one key thing is we need to know where to find your music and where to find you.
Yes, definitely. You can find me on YouTube at Lil P1t. You can find me on Instagram at Lil P1t. I had to name it that because there's so many Lil Pits out there, I guess. But I'm also on Spotify. I'm on Apple, Pandora, all that stuff. My biggest single right now that people are loving, I don't know. I get 50-50, which is good, because me personally, my favorite is I Write, but I also like Harder Than Diamond too. So either I Write, Harder Than Diamond, or Cooking. All three are released on any platform.
All right. And are those just singles or are those projects?
Yeah, they're just singles. Yep.
So you just got the 3 singles out?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot in store. But I like to actually buy the beat and own the license and then go record it professionally before I just put it out there.
Respect.
But if you can't find me on social media, I'm sure if you pop up into your local bar in Cleveland, I'll be there performing.
I could probably attest to that, because I've started bumping into you a lot.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, you go outside.
Only an hour away. It's only an hour away. My gas is good on my car. I got a lot of oxygen, so as long as I'm breathing, I'm performing.
That's good. But it's a nice day. You got the sun shining. I'm not gonna hold you up. Is there anything at all you want to say?
No. What's up with that pool party?
We're working up some minor details, but we're figuring it out.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely interested in that. Now, I just want to say, going from Ashtabula to Cleveland, I've gotten nothing but love and respect out here, and I appreciate it a lot, man. Because it could go either way, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to ask you, sounds like Cleveland's treating you good.
Yes.
How's the hometown of Ashtabula treating you?
Uh, well, let's just say the support's not there. I don't. I don't think they're really into it as much, and into the whole music scene out here.
Do you think it's the environment?
Uh, no.
Like it's just not the culture
I
out
think
there?
it more or less might be just the people here.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of winos around here. A lot of people that drink wine.
Yeah, you're in wine country for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Now I was born in Atlanta, and I traveled the United States, so I'm so used to big cities. All right, I love that stuff. But to go out there and perform in Cleveland and in front of that crowd and get that type of feedback, even being my first show, it blew my mind because I don't even get that type of love here in my own city. And like I was saying, it could have went both ways because I've heard a lot of bad stories about the hip hop scene in Cleveland. This stuff will save a life or it'll take a life. It all depends on what side of the fence you're on and how you're going about it. It's a very blessed and fortunate to be able to do what I did and live so close to Cleveland.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And as a Clevelander, I will say that our city's different for sure. There's, you know, Cleveland tends to not love Cleveland, if that makes sense. Like you
Yep.
said, you came out here, your first show, and the love was there.
Yep.
I've seen artists who've been doing it in the city for years could get on the same stage as you, but that room's gonna be crickets. Dope artist, dope song, but the vibe is just not gonna be there for them.
Right. Yeah. That saying is true. You got, in order to make some noise, you gotta get out of your city.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of said all that to say that Cleveland's also Cleveland, and every city has its hoods. All right, and I bring that up because you brought up it could save a life or take a life. This industry and this culture is a big inspiration for just certain communities.
Yes.
So, and I personally feel like part of the reason that Cleveland hates Cleveland so much is jealousy.
Yeah.
You made it and you're not taking me.
Yeah.
And there's just, there's just certain people out there that, they've been so hungry for so long. I don't want to compare it to LA because Cleveland's nothing compared to LA.
Right.
But we are a grinding city. And that's
right.
definitely, something that Cleveland's been stamped with over the years for sure. But I love my city. And I think Cleveland's the best.
Oh yeah, I love Cleveland too.
Because, I mean, That's even with like um, Andrew Lloyd and Grado. They're from Kent, but when they come up to Cleveland and put something together, their love and their support is there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They do a lot for the youth and everything though.
Absolutely. 100%.
They do a lot.
So yeah, they definitely doing big things out here.
Yeah, like I said, they were the first people platform I stepped onto outside of my city, and it was a whole nother experience. Like I needed that experience.
I think everybody just needs that one good support push.
Right? Yeah. When I went there, there was not one single artist that was just staying to himself or anything. Everybody seemed like they just wanted everybody to win. And when you're in an environment like that,
Everybody's gonna win.
So we need to have more environments like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't have environments at all like that here. Everybody's always trying to outdo themselves, and it's not even for any reason.
I can feel it for sure.
Don't get me wrong though. I've lived in this city my whole life. I love it. But if you want to grow, you got to get out of it.
But I mean, that's kind of why I asked you about the traveling. Because getting out doesn't necessarily mean that you have to move away from your city.
Nah.
But yeah, you definitely have to realize that there's more than just your city.
Yes.
You could not be local. You could not be locally famous, but you could be famous in the other 49 states. If you just get out there and expose yourself in your name. And obviously you're good.
Well, yeah, nobody from your city gonna want to see you win, and they don't win.
Absolutely.
So it definitely makes it hard trying to gain the support in your city.
Yeah. So hey man, I got the sun shining, you got the sun shining. It's a beautiful day, still some time left. Is there anything at all left that you want to say to the people?
I just want to give a big shout out to my mom for always being my biggest support. And a big shout out to my wife for going on this crazy ride with me. And until next time, man, I appreciate it.
All right. And you talked about artist reviews.
Yes, sir.
I just want to let you know that I got this radio show coming on Mondays. It's the Fearless Show. We're doing interviews, artist reviews, all kinds of dope shit.
Definitely tap in with you.
So just keep your eye peeled. You're gonna see some info on the gram and such about that.
Yes, sir.
But you mentioned it earlier. Mention it again. We gotta know where to find you in your music, man. Because I've heard you.
Follow me on YouTube. You can follow me at Lil P1t. All right. You can follow me on Instagram at Lil_P1t. Or you can just go on Spotify, Pandora, Apple. Just type in Lil Pit. Just type in Lil Pit I Write. And my song will pop up right there. And make sure you subscribe no matter which one you're on.
This was a dope conversation, dope time. I definitely appreciate you taking the time, because when we was at the outdoor music festival, it was not this detailed, not this long. I kind of had you on the spot, moved pretty quickly. So I just want to tell you I appreciate you for taking the time.
We appreciate what you're doing, man.
We're just trying. We're
just
keeping it focused.
Coming up.
I'm just trying to give the people a platform.
I appreciate it. Until next time, Fearless.
Absolutely. It's your boy Audacious, Fearless Life Radio, Fearless Life Entertainment. We're doing it for the independents. My boy Lil P1t in the building. But he all the way. He could be in Florida if he wants to right now, but you know, he chilling. Till next time.
Peace.
One of my all-time favorite artists is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is one of my favorite artists for multiple reasons. One of which is his metaphors and his lyricism.
Yeah, he's very versatile.
If you listen to his interviews,